Good evening. How are you all? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining us on what I think has been the hottest day so far. I hope we're all enjoying it sensibly and safely, of course. I wasn't too sure whether I was going to come live tonight because of how nice it was. I thought, nah, let's give them a night off. But I'm here. Moon is here, Carolyn's here, Lucy's here, and I'm sure there's others here as well. So Esther's here. Hey, sweetheart. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on and do it. So hope we're all well. Before I start on the subject of crystals for anxiety, if we can just tap into last week. If there's anyone out there, hello, Amanda. Hi, Carolyn. If people just want to just summarize how they felt last week with their crystal connections, how they felt. If you want to tell me about the Saturday night, tell me about the Saturday of connecting, carrying, and sleeping. And if any of you've managed to do your connection today of your new crystal, then please let me know. We've been connecting to something. You're working on a piece of hawthorn. Oh, Esther. Oh, in fact, Esther, while you're on here, I was talking to Karen from the Birds of Prey Centre today. Bless her, lovely lady. And we were talking about the word, and I was saying how I'm normally Ash, but I was born on Rowan. She wanted to know what was the tree for May. It was her birthday last week, and I thought it might have been hawthorn, because haven't we just changed from willow to hawthorn? That was something for me to chat about while people are typing their connections. And some of you might have seen on Facebook that we at ROX have been connecting to not a crystal, but we've been connecting to a furry. We have welcomed a new member into the ROX family, the beautiful Lex the rabbit. He is out in the garden at the moment. That's his job here. He's our organic lawnmower. So he's in his little run, and he's safe and secure. But I've keeping my ears open because we have got some people who've got dogs in the flats and they don't know how to look after themselves, never mind a dog. I'm still playing a game of patience with Yellow Jade. I have a lot of patience, and that is what Jade is going to love and respect for you with that, Leslie, is yeah, patience, and you'll get there. And again, if you want to redo this week what you did last week, if you want to go, right, I'm starting again, I'm going to just connect, and then tomorrow just connect. If you want to just do that. But if you want to break the eggshell of Yellow Jade, bless you. Guten Abend, Ange. So, Amanda, are we connecting to heart chakra this week? I've missed a couple of evenings. Have I had to go back to it? Oh, Amanda. My heart is breaking. I am dreading the day I get that call to say we're back at work. I am dreading going back to my muggle job. I have loved being here so much. So you can absolutely, if you're going up the chakras, then this week will be the heart chakra. If you want to just concentrate on a green stone, and then next week we'll do the higher heart and we'll do a pink stone. But if there's anybody on here who doesn't want to work up the chakras and has got a new crystal that they want to connect with, then I'm happy for a free-for-all. I'm happy for you to go what you are guided to working with. Okay, Amanda? I enjoyed my week with citrine. Thank you. Last week you worked with citrine. Today we are reaping those benefits. What a beautiful day. I felt light and joyful with it. Nice. Surprised I slept so well. So am I. But it could be heat treated. So when I picked up my natural citrine from you, I will see how I connect with that. Yes, it will be. But it might be natural. This is what I was saying last week. Because for me, when I'm picking heat treated amethyst up, I sense that citrine energy, but just at the tip, it just goes off a little bit, and it just and that's the one I can't connect with. It gives me real bad headaches. Whereas the natural, I think you would be able to sleep with. So I'm thinking yours might be natural. Okay. Hello, Nicola. Hello, Belinda. Hi, Anne. Canon, still working with my murderite and my reptiles, of course. Went out in the garden to meditate with music and sunshine, and it was just pure bliss. Oh, God, yes. Just beautiful. I thought I was out there for maybe 15 minutes, but I checked, and it was over an hour. Fantastic. Beautiful, Carolyn. Beautiful. I love that. And keep up your work. Keep up that reptile energy and that murderite. And to be fair with you, I was really struggling. I really wanted to see the animal I got with murderite. And I've been to and fro for about 8 months now working with murderite, and just no. And then at the weekend, it came to me, and slow worm for me goes with murderite. So I was really impressed with that, because that settled me, thanks to you working with the murderite and the reptiles. I've been really thinking about this and about your work, and I just thought that makes so much sense. And then I think it might have been that night or the night before, slept with it, and slow worm came, and I was like, yes, you're the guy. So thank you so much for that, Carolyn. And please, I need to book a time and date with you. I want to investigate this further, your work. It sounds amazing. Hi, everyone. Not connected today. That's fine. We'll do later. Are doing what we want this week, or heart chakra? Yeah, and it's entirely up to you. Amanda's just asked, and if you're working up the chakras, then this week will be heart chakra. And I did say try and choose a green stone for the heart chakra, because then next week we'll use pink stones for the higher heart. But again, if you've got another crystal that you want to connect with, and it's not for the heart, go for it, girl. Go for what you're drawn to. Yes, Esther, I prefer natural. I prefer natural citrine. It's just lovely. I connected with green aventurine. Brilliant. It took me to a gorgeous green, blue, warm ocean. I'm scared of water. However, there was a whale who was making me feel safe and protected. When I looked around me, I was next to ROX at Tamarara Beach in Australia, the next cove from Bondi. I haven't been there for years. It was lovely. That's beautiful. And that's green aventurine. Beautiful connection. So going to that. So green aventurine is for the heart chakra. So you're on course for doing this week's connections. You've picked green aventurine. So it's for your heart, but it's about, because it's a quartz, it's about taking it to your mind. So it's just about, yes, lead with your heart, but just run this past your head first. Let's just focus on this and see what's going on. And obviously when we're working with just the greens, it's about us and about what we love, and to put things in place for us, our priorities in love. So for you, having this connection to a place that you know and you haven't been there for years, but it was lovely. It's that connection. It's about remember how you felt being there. And that's what green adventuring is reminding you of what to be like now. If you're going through anything that's a bit turbulent, if you're going through, oh gosh, and especially now most of us are going on our jollies. We would be, going away. So for some of us, we're thinking, God, this is the longest I've been in this country. So yeah, dip into that time where you were then and bring in that energy of that, if it was lovely then, put it into the now. So fantastic. It will be brilliant, Carolyn. Absolutely. So anybody else? Now I am thinking I am going to try and do some order in the next few weeks, because I've been given a big push to get my Oracle decks out and to use them. At the moment, I love using them on my yantras, having them out on my altars, but they're screaming to be used. And I've not used them for a fair few years. And last night when I was at Esther's drumming meditation, I was with my Herkimer Diamond, and it screamed, I need to work with my oracles. So I am thinking next Monday, starting from next Monday, every Monday, would you guys here mind being my guinea pig? Can I do some card readings for you guys using my oracle decks? And just, we can have a group discussion about it. I don't mind putting a card, giving the reading, then holding that card up and to see what other people get from that. Okay. Could be a little bit of a development, Monday development evening. But yeah, I'm really feeling that I need to get back into that. So Mondays will be that. And then that will leave Tuesday and Thursday, Crystals 4, ... And then Wednesday and Saturday's guests. Friday will be market. And the map is coming back this Friday. We loved how that went. So we'll be going around the world again this Friday. Okay. All right. Okay. That's sold then. That is sold. So I've got... This will be the deck I'll be using to begin with. I love these cards. And I've got these two here at the moment because these are two of the crystals I'm going to talk about tonight. So I love that deck because it just gives you the crystal and it's not overpowered in the pictures. You take from that picture and just go with what you feel like. You don't have to... I don't like it when cards are so packed with pictures and images that you're like, whoa, mind-blowing. So nice and simple to break us in with. Good. Next Monday, then, we will start that. So today, although if we've been outside, we might not be feeling that anxious, but I'm feeling the angst out there. And so I thought today we'll start talking about crystals for anxiety. Some of us will suffer with this. I personally don't think that having a little bit is too bad. But so for some of us, we can have a lot of this, whether it's down to work, family, past, future. I suffer a lot when I go to do talks and workshops, even my full day workshops. I could be sitting there and I could be, my stomach's in knots, my palms are sweaty. And I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. So yeah, working myself up, need to just bring my energies back down. So we'll talk about the crystals that we can use to help us in that energy. So just have a little swig of tea. My mouth's gone dry at the moment. It's a little bit, I literally sit here on that 15-minute countdown of a live video. I am sitting here and I'm just like, oh my God, oh my word. Just really like, okay. Because you just don't know what's going to happen. And 9 times, part of me is just like, no. Is it too late to cancel? Is it too late to cancel? What's popped up? What's happened? But yeah. So, but crystals that we can use, and I normally have crystals on the laptop here that I'm just holding. So I'm like, yes, how are we all? And I'm clinging onto these crystals, like support me, help me breathe, take deep breaths. So the first crystal I like, and this is garnet. And we feature it so many times throughout these live feeds. And for me, because to be anxious and to suffer from anxiety can be a base imbalancement. It could mean, we're not balanced, we're not stable. There could be some friction going off at home that we're bringing into work, and that's what's making us anxious. Or it could be something going on at work that we're bringing into home, or our friendship circles. So we need to find that balance. We need to find the stability. And this I like with garnet, really bringing in that fire. And strength. So with the strength, with the fire, it just melts away those bubbles of uncertainty, really puts us in our place, puts us on the spot and goes, right, this is me. I can do this. So, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, so when we get jittery, when we get the shakes, if we're nervous, bring in the garnet. Just blow away all those doubts, all those bubbles that we don't need, and just center our energy. Really brings it down and into the root, into the ground. We can stand. We've got the strength. We've got that power. We've got the fire in us. So it's given us that ready, steady, go. Here we go then. If we've got the fuel, we're going to steam ahead. Yeah, just reassurance. Just holds you and sees you through. So it's a beautiful stone for that. And obviously we've got the passion. I can only talk about this because I'm passionate about this. So with garnet, if I'm holding garnet and talking about this, it will really emphasize my passion in this. It will see that passion in it and ignite it and bring it out. So most people, when they say, oh my God, that was amazing, it might be because I've had garnet in my hand or I've had garnet in my pockets, and it's allowed me to really deliver and really pack a punch because it's blended with that and gone, oh, you really want to say this. You really feel this. You really want to go with this. This is you. I'm going to support you with this, and let's bring that out. So, yeah. I love garnet. I have it under my pillow sometimes as well, Marie. Absolutely. Is there a stone which helps with sleeping? I hope it is okay to ask. It is a portal day tomorrow, so possible due to this I have had some crap sleep. It might be, but yeah, sleep. You know, I think, Ange, you've said that you've gone with amethyst and rose quartz, which are brilliant. But also try some pink calcite, some blue lace agate. Have a look at your stone collection and, get them together and just go, right, I need one of you guys to help me sleep. Which one of you is it going to be? And see which one shines, see which one jumps out and go, okay, I'm going to go with you. If you've got a pendulum, yeah, if you know your yes and your no on your pendulum, think of, I want a stone to help me sleep, and go through your selection of stones and wait until you get your yes sign, and that would be the stone that would wish to accompany you to have some sleep. Okay, but the nice pastel, gentle blues, pinks are my kind of go-tos to get some good night's sleep. Carolyn, my husband suffers from bipolar, so very strong anxiety, but also depression and out of control feelings. Do you think garnet would help to stabilize? I thought about citrine for depression, but don't want to shoot him too high because that's also an with garnet, it does have to come with a word of caution because of the fire in it, and with it boosting our immune system and really gets our blood flowing. For those who have got high blood pressure, we advise not to use garnet because it will keep that blood pressure high. So with your husband, with his out of control feelings, again, I'm thinking, no, I don't want to recommend garnet, because if he just goes into that blip of anger, because this is a passionate stone, not only are we passionate in love, but we could be passionate in debates, in anger. So if we've got something to say in an angst, garnet again will turn and go, oh yeah, let's get this out, and it'll be like a bull in a china shop. You'll just be whoa. So yeah, the out of control feelings, I would think is a no for garnet. However, moving on, my next one, which I do find most men really cling to and really draw from, is carnelian. Okay, this beautiful orange agate, member of the quartz family. Now we know about moonstone being in tune with the female energy and working with the sacral on that energy. This is the masculine energy. And this is a real nice one for anxiety, for confidence. Sometimes we can get very anxious and get anxiety because we don't know our true worth. We don't know what we can actually achieve. We always put ourselves down, and that could cause an anxious kickoff. We need to know that what we can do is limitless. We can achieve anything. And so for me, carnelian, and I've used carnelian for so many years with males, to give them that confidence, to give them that courage and a strengthening as well. But it's in the sacral area. So carnelian is really good if, by us being in that nervous environment and that nervous energy, if it's given us digestive upsets, because I always think that if we're not emptying our emotional cupboard, if we're filling that up with all this anxiety and doubt, that could cause to digestive problems. That can cause to eating problems, because we're not, this area, the sacral chakra, which is just below your belly button, that's where all your intestines is. That's where all your digestive system is. So anything that we've got there that's a negative, it's going to affect the emotions, the flow of that, the jobs of those organs. So I always find that carnelian is great to strengthen that, kick out all that self-doubt, put in that belief, that strength, that courage. Really, I love carnelian. And it's like about, and it runs on. It's interesting, Caroline, that you mentioned citrine, because yes, citrine would be great. That's going to be my next one I'm going to talk about in a minute. And you have got that cautiousness about it being too high. I absolutely respect that. And I think, you know your husband better than I do. So I think go with your feelings on the citrine, but try carnelian. It's the sun god energy. But it should be nice. And yeah, I mean, I've had men who have come when I used to do my one-to-one healings back in Newquay, and they would be a little bit, does this really work? And I'd give them, once I've done a healing, I'd give them a bit of carnelian, and I would let them connect the way that I've got you guys connected to a crystal. I'd be like, look, do this, do this, do this, do this. Come back next week. And they'll be back next week. And I'm like, how did you feel? I was like, could I have the carnelian back? And like, can I keep hold of it? I'm liking this. They just like it. And it's not an ego crystal. It's not going to bring out their alpha ego. I'm a man. It's just going to resonate and settle them. And just let them feel comfortable who they are and to be in the body they are. They don't need to rely on self-imagery. They don't need to look the part. They just need to be comfortable in their own skin. And for me, carnelian is that stone of confidence, that stone of strength and courage. And again, some people use that as a base chakra stone. Some people find that grounding. So I think for the out of control feelings, that sounds quite. Yes, Charlotte. Yes, Charlotte, you did. You did have a nice big chunk. I love this one. To me, it's got the two, because I get the sun energy, but then I get the sacral energy, which is honored by the moon. So I like these two circles. They symbolize the two, the sun and the moon. And this is the portal. You go into the portal there and bliss, bliss, bliss. Sorry, did yeah, maybe it's not. If he's into this, Carolyn, and you've got some carnelian, give it a go. Okay, if he's going off to work or somewhere, pop it in his pocket while he's going, and see how you go with that. Have I missed any other questions? Don't think so. If they have, Adam will pop them up. And so then the next one we're going to come to is citrine. Which I use if that anxiety is to do with the mood. If it's my, if it's my feelings, well, not really my feelings, maybe my thoughts that are bringing me down, that's really making me think, bring on that anxiety. Again, if we've suffered from any negative programming, if we've been in circumstances where people have told us, keep telling us that we're not good, we're not this, we're not that. Core. That's got a lovely ISIS on it. Look at that. This is meant to be for anxiety, but look at that for an ISIS point. Fabulous. So citrine, if you can't get out of your mind and it's bringing you down, bring in the citrine. So if citrine's for the solar plexus, our power center, the affirmations for that is I can or I do. So if we've been told for so long that we can't do something, we'll never do anything, that can get into our mind and start dwelling on it. Or every time we get that break of doing it, we can have that doubt again going, oh, no, I can't do it. Break that system and bring in the citrine. It is the sunshine stone. But it's that joy, that upliftment, that fizz. So, yeah, if we're having a crappy day, if we're just feeling meh, you know, for me, citrine is for when we feel meh. Bring in citrine and just bring that up. Fizz out that anxiety. Just let it all go. Okay, so we've got the feelings. We've had it in the root. We've got it in the sacral. Now this is the solar plexus, but also that head area. Okay, so on a physical level, if we're feeling anything, we could bring in the crystals to resonate with that. So any unbalanced, we can bring in the garnet for the base. If our emotional cupboard is just full of junk and just tight and knotted, bring in carnelian. If we need to own our power, if we need to get that power back and get those thoughts out of our head, pick it up, and that's with citrine. Of course you can, Charlotte. One of my favorite jobs at night is having lovely people sending me pictures of crystals to identify. Absolutely, you are more than welcome to do that. So, and also, please, if you guys are there, because I know there are many out there, if there's any people out here who are perhaps feeling suffer from anxiety, and there's a crystal that you work with, please feel free. You don't have to go into details of the anxiety, but do feel free to put up any comments of what crystals you use, because that would be great for other people. Sharing is caring. Okay, I can only talk about 6 because that's about my time limit. But if you guys want to mention anything else that you work with, it's like with Ange talking about a crystal to help her sleep. Sometimes it could be a personal preference of what we take, rather than us all agreeing. So this is our next one. So this is our 4th one. Rose quartz. And you know, it's so abundant out there. It's readily available. So rose quartz, the stone of universal love. acceptance. Yeah, just holding this. Oh, you just have a big sign. Just breathe in, and all that baggage, just let it go into the heart. Let it go into the rose quartz, and just let it take the weight off your shoulders. If we're going on too much, if we're taking on too much, and especially if we're going through a grievance, if we're going through a loss, some of us out there think it's a good idea just to take on more things. Let's just do that. Let's do that. Let's keep myself busy so I don't have time to think on the problem. And sometimes we could have everybody's problems up there and we just crack and we just poof, go down. Bring out the rose quartz. It just, whoa, let everyone deal with their problems and just allows you to deal with yours. Just slows you down, keeps you soothing, keeps you calm, and just allow it to go. And with rose quartz, or if you find rose quartz can be too intense, because again, it's a member of the quartz family, I would suggest mangano calcite or pink calcite. But those three just cushions you, softens it, and just allows it to come out. And if you're working with those three, don't be afraid if you're starting to get the tears. Don't be afraid if you're starting to flow, because that could be your release. You just need to get that out. Yeah. Sometimes if we have a good cry, we feel so much better for it, because that could be part of the nervousness of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But then if you've got that person and you can have a good cry about it, then bring it up. You're like, yes, it's out my system now. It's not there. I can go on and do it. So it's brilliant. Really, Tristan? Oh, bless him. I will have a look what tumbles I've got, mate, and I'll send some up for him. So that is rose quartz. Okay, I feel like I'm out of the loop here. I feel like I'm talking and I'm getting comments popping up. Howlite, yes. Howlite is another good one to help sleep, and it's a nice one for anxiety as well. Really gets, especially if it's a mental blockage that the anxiety is, Howlite is great for sending that out there. So the next one we're going to come to is labradorite. This is a beautiful crystal, and we've talked about it being good for spiritual protection. We've talked about it being good for the third eye, but it's your calming. Really allows your mind to calm, switch off. So, yeah, if we have got a lot of mental work going on, I mean, students with exams, studying, that pressure, as ourselves, we might be going for qualifications, doing courses. If it's all piling up here and it's just like, oh my God, I've got headache after headache after headache. It's, you know, you wake up, you think about that project. Throughout the day, you're thinking about that project. During the project, you're thinking about the project. If it's just there and you can't think of anything else, you know, you've forgotten the dog needs to go to the vet. You've forgotten the kids needed this. You forgot the shopping. You forgot to meet your friend, although we're in lockdown at the moment. But if we're forgetting things, and it's because we've got this elephant in our mind that is the project or the thing that's bringing us that stress, bring in labradorite and allow it just to go down, and just not focus on the big thing. Let it become small and blend in with those other things. Nice, mate. Yes, it's really bad at some stages, hates going out. Also, he's very wound up all the time. No problem, Tristan. I will be sending a goodie bag up to you for that. No worries at all. So yeah, absolutely, but Belle, you know, labradorites, and that is it. Yes, we've got the spiritual protection. Yes, we've got the journeying and helping us to open up our third eye. But it's so good just to get that out. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Yes. If you're on about the Boja stones, it's all I'm trying to keep an eye on the conversations that are going on. But I think Ange and Carolyn, you're having your own conversation. So that's absolutely fine. And yeah, that is the way I find the difference between the male and the female Boja stones. Although Boja stone is a trademark name, but and then the last one, the most favorite one of all, is the amethyst. You cannot go wrong with amethyst. It's that all over soothing, that all over calming down your behavior, any, you know, physical, emotional, mentally. If we are in such a tiz and we just don't know what's going on anymore, bring in amethyst and just allow it just to, you know, it will just scan down, you know, scanning in progress, and you just lie there and again just take that weight away, allow the amethyst to take on those negative patterns that we don't need. Give it a good cleanse afterwards. So it's really nice. And with these, when we've got that, you know, with amethyst, we can have that in our bedroom. So if it's something that we've been, you know, if we've been getting anxious over some of our dreams, if there's something that's happened to us in the past and they're starting to get into our dream work and we're starting to have that and we're waking up at night getting anxious, getting all sweaty and, oh God, you know, bring in amethyst into your bedroom. Allow the area, that room, to alter into the calming, soothing energies. So while you're sleeping, nothing is going to penetrate you that's going to give you nightmares. So real nice, soft energy. Same with carnelian. Sleep with carnelian. Let that strength, that courage go into. A lot of things I like to recommend while we're sleeping, because when we're sleeping, we are tapped into our subconscious. So these crystals then could just go, oh, he's switched off his monkey brain. He's now got his spiritual brain into gear. We can get in there now and do the work. Because during the daytimes, we've got to be other people. We've got to put on different hats and masks, and, you know, the crystals won't gel with us and blend with us sometimes during the day because they think, who are you? Why are you doing this? This isn't what you're meant to be doing. So they find it hard to get through that barrier. Whereas at night when we're asleep, we're all relaxed. they find it easier to go in then and to work on it. So always, if we've got anything bothering us on that, then allow the crystals to come in. And again, shapes and sizes don't matter. I love this cluster. It's a nice little celestial. It's beautiful. So yeah. So is there... Sorry, I've just been rubbing my eye out on live TV. Is there any questions at all about any of these crystals? Or if you've got a crystal that you feel... Yes, Esther, it is. And it's so... the clarity of it, and it's just got a little bit of that amethyst in. Stunning. But yeah, I am open now just to have a chat about anything that we might want to get off our chest, anything that we feel. No, it's not mine. It's stock. It's stock pieces. But any other stones that you feel like you carry around with you? Yes, Lucy. I would say yes, they're all good for kids. Just be careful of the garnet. Just be careful with that passion that the garnet carries. If the child is having a full-on whack attack and is having a paddy, I wouldn't find that garnet would solve that problem. It will heighten that passion. In that case, if they were having a meltdown, I would give them rose quartz to just cool that down. But yeah, they're all good for children. And then they all be good for animals. For those of us who work with animals, there is no reason why any of these... Obviously, please be careful of the mouth. I don't want people eating. Yes, Kate. Hello, sweetheart. Hope you're well. Yeah, absolutely. If I had room for a seventh, I kind of did the chakras here. Starting from the base, going up to the crown. Obviously, we missed the throat one out. But fossilized wood, absolutely. Just drain all that we don't need anymore into the roots. Yes, I am with you on that. Fossilized wood, for me, you could do anything with fossilized wood. For me, I love it. Yeah, so that is a big one. Yeah. But yeah, so for pets, just be careful. If they are known for chewing stones or eating stones, then maybe not. But if you've got a 2-compartment bed basket, something with a cushion in it and a zipper, you could put the stone in the bed and put it in there. Especially if we're welcoming in a new pet, and especially one that we've rescued, they're perhaps going to come in and be a little bit, their anxiety is going to be through the roof. So a bit of carnelian, and to give them that strength, that courage, that you are, trust. You're in a safe place now. You don't need to carry those burdens with you. So carnelian would be great to have in a dog basket or a cat basket. Rose quartz, amethyst. Those 3 would be my 3 to go to for any animals that we've just got in, or they've gone through a little bit of a tough time, an operation, something where, it's that meh for the dogs. Yeah, bring in that little bit, stop that anxiety, that nervousness. They would be great. Super 7, absolutely. 7 stones in 1. That certainly uplifts. Yeah. And it is just about that. It's just about uplifting, but just kicking what's in your head out. And just get rid of it. And as long as you've got a stone that does that for you, I don't care whether it was flint. I wouldn't care if it was granite. If it just puts you in a better place, it's got to be good. And just keep doing that. Keep what works for you. Because it's not nice. I mean, I'm a believer to have a little bit of something is always healthy. It's nice to have a little bit of nervousness. You don't want to be so self-assured that you're coming across as cocky, overconfident, or very ego. So it's nice to have that little bit of nervousness. It's nice to have that little butterfly in your stomach kind of crunch, because it's like you resonate with that feeling of being anxious. It's just when it gets to another stage and it takes control of you. As long as we are always in control of our feelings, then I see them as quite a healthy balance. When we're no longer in control and they're taking over, then that's when it gets a little bit, oh my word. So yeah. So tomorrow, we will do another crystals 4 ... At this moment in time, I haven't a clue what it's going to be about. I might look at depression, because I know there's a lot of people that put depression and anxiety in the same box, and they're not. They are two very different diagnoses. So I might do crystals for depression. Unless you guys have got anything that you want me to talk about instead. Trust me, when I'm saying depression, I don't mean we're going to all be depressed afterwards. I'll keep it light. I'll keep it up there. But yeah, unfortunate that where I work in our muggle job, we do a lot of work and do a lot of courses and workshops. And we had a lovely lady come in to talk to us all about mental health in the workplace, and how we can look at it, how we can spot it, or try and spot it, and to support one another. And yeah, she did a lot about the difference of anxiety and depression. So I might go into that tomorrow. But any other questions at all? These crystals 4 are short, but that's because I don't know how long the connections are going to go into. So if you're connecting with crystals, keep up the work. If you've not connected yet today, there's plenty of time, as always, to connect. And tomorrow, again, just connect if that's what it wants to do. If it wants you to carry it, carry it. If it wants you to sleep with it, sleep with it. I hope no one's just tuned in, because they'll think, what on earth are you going on about? Sleeping, carrying, connecting. Doesn't sound a good advertisement for crystals, but you guys who've been here from the beginning will understand what I mean. So yeah, you're hard hats at this now. You're flying free with this. You've got it. And so yeah, Wednesday, please don't forget that we've got the lovely Jo Dutfield on Wednesday, talking a bit about meditation and her readings and healing. And then we have Thursday, another crystals 4 ... whatever that will be. Friday will be our round the world lockdown market, sitting in the comfort of our own chairs, but going around the world. Let's go and discover where these crystals come from. And then Saturday, we've got the lovely Helen Chapman is going to be coming on board talking about shamanism. So, yeah, the market is listed. Well, partly listed. He's got a couple of more things to add on. So, yeah, the market is all listed. If you go onto Dan ROX on the business page, go into the events, you'll see the preview page, the event page for the market. And that's like the Argos catalogue. You just scroll down and see what is going to be coming up. But then it'll be Friday. I'll be on live and discussing the crystals. And that's where you need to come on to put sold. But I hope that was helpful. I hope there were some things there that you could resonate with. Yeah. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, please drop me a message and I'll be happy to do a live feed about that. And then, yeah, starting from next week, we'll do a Monday development with the cards. That sounds good. I won't be as good as Esther, but I'll be all right. I'll be okay. Takes me into it's good to wear some old shoes every now and again. But thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I know there's so many of you that are going out doing Zoom workshops, watching more live videos and things like that. So it's really nice. And I do appreciate people giving up their time to come on board and to listen to me for an hour. I do try and keep these to an hour, and I've nearly done that. So have a good sleep. Have a good evening. See you tomorrow. Bye, peeps. Thank you.